Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. Today we got some more high-ranked jank, as we are going to be piloting a Parhelion II, or Parhelion II, banned ramp deck in high mythic rank. Now, if you look at the actual core of this deck, it does share quite a bit with, the established archetype that is banned ramp, right? We have Nissa, who shakes the world, alongside ramping early game green tools such as Land of Our Elves, Incubation Druid, and Paradise Druid as a 4 of each, with the general idea of setting up a lot of early game ramp in turns 1 and 2, and then hopping on to very early game, turn 5 plays. 5 mana plays like Nissa that can really establish dominance and apply a lot of early pressure to the opponent, right? That's one of the perks of playing green. You get to play big boy cards before your opponent does. But something that I realized with this archetype is that you can actually go very greedy with it, which is one of the reasons why mass manipulation variants are quite popular, because mass manipulation is a very greedy card, but also very, very affordable. And I want to take a different approach at it. I want to build a core with the same ramping strategy, but with God Eternal Akatra as, the main strategy to build around, right? We have a heavy creature-based build here that tries to combine God Eternal Akatra with Kiora. See, this is another card that this deck runs that, you don't see in the general variants of banned ramp. Kiora helps us give us a turn 3 ramp as well, because this card can enable us to untap lands, and therefore alongside our Land of Our Elves and our Druids, we can have a Planeswalker that also enables us to get that extra mana. And this really comes into play because our passive is actually very easy for us to trigger in conjunction with God Eternal Akatra. The idea is to have Akatra on the board, and then every time we play a creature, not only do we get a 4/4 zombie, we also trigger Kiora and therefore draw a card. So she can also help us gain massive card advantage in the mid to late game. So as you can see, we have 4 Hydroid Crashes because we're playing Bant alongside Nissa, and we have also Ripjaw Raptor as a 2-of, which is a very strong creature to have against red focused decks. And right now, mono red and especially Gruul are very popular, and this card is just an absolute dread for those sorts of players, as we have also a 1-off of Time Wipe, a 1-off of Excellence Binding, and a 1-off of Tristani Discordant. Instead of running 4 Nissas, because you can draw too many of them actually, like I'm never a fan of like a 4-of any Planeswalker really, unless you're playing Esper Control with Teferi. I rather go with 3 Nissas and 1 Tristani Discordant. She does enable us to trigger God Eternal Akatra, and also because we have quite a bit of creature presence, she can be quite powerful, while also giving us a tool to counter opposing Hashistakers and Sultai matchups, for example. And of course, the card that you all are here for is motherfucking Parhelion II, an 8 mana legendary artifact vehicle that was deemed unplayable, non-viable, and just absolute garbage tier by the vast majority of the Magic community. And it turns out I've been smoking them fools with this thing in high rank Mythic, and today's gameplay is going to showcase that off, as Parhelion II, as you can see here, is a very expensive, greedy play, but this deck, with all the ramp we got, can most definitely afford it, and way earlier than you would expect. One of the key things here is Kiora, which most, like no other, at least that I know of, banned ramp version runs, can also be used to untap Incubation Druid, for example, and therefore, or obviously, alongside Nissa, can give you an extra utility. And like the thing is, Kiora and Nissa together just enable you to have mana for days, and also Kiora with Incubation Druid can give you an extra 3 mana that turn potentially. So back to Parhelion though. What does Parhelion do? He's a legendary artifact vehicle. In case you're a new player wondering what vehicles are, this enters the board as an artifact. So it's like a treasure map, for example. Your opponent can't really interact with it as if it were a creature, right? It becomes a creature when it is recruited, and as you can see there, it says crew 4. So it says you tap any number of creatures you control with total power 4 or more, then this vehicle becomes an artifact creature until the end of the turn. This means that when you play this vehicle, this artifact, it does have motion sickness. Therefore, you cannot play Parhelion and crew on it as soon as, it is the same turn is played, basically. And this is not as intuitive as it may seem to a lot of you. A lot of new players, myself included, when I started playing with, vehicles back in the Kalathis days, I did not really realize this. I had to learn the hard way, right? So you got to play Parhelion, and then you got to wait one turn. But because, like I said, it's an artifact, most decks can't really do anything to it. Like, unless you're facing, Esper, they can potentially bounce it and such. But even in those matchups, this thing has put in the massive work. So once you crew it and you attack, it spawns 2/4/4 White Angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance that are also attacking. And this happens every time it attacks. So this is a very powerful play that if you set it up early with your ramp and then you recruit it with like a Raptor or a few of your ramp dudes, you get 2/4/4s that also trigger Kiora, every single one of them. So that means you draw 2 cards. So believe it or not, this synergy does actually come into play, and one of the other cool things is obviously we can recruit it with Ripjaw Raptor. We can also recruit it with God Eternal Akatra's 4/4s that we are generating, right? And it's a very big power play that felt a little bit silly and janky at first, but it actually, like I said, put a lot of pressure onto the opponent, and it gives you a big comeback factor that otherwise this deck may not have. And even like after playing with this deck a little bit, I realized that I could go a little bit greedier because I have so much ramp, man. I have 4 Land of Our Elves, 4 Druids, 4 other Druids, it's called Druid number 2. And then on top of that, I have the triple Kiora, which just amounts to so much mana generation. It's crazy. But this deck is just extremely fun to play. It was a very cool twist, in my opinion, to the original archetype, and Parhelion just put in the massive work. So I'm very excited for you guys watching today's gameplay, especially because it's high up in Mythic, right? It's in the top 300, 200, 100. I don't know. No, I don't think I reached top 100. It was top 300 and 200. And I'm facing good players, and I'm facing good decks as well. I also want to preface this video by saying that in the second series that I'm going to showcase today, you may see my attitude. Like, I come off a little bit whiny, and I gotta make sure to incorporate a little bit of context here. Basically, I was looking at the chat, and I saw several people indicate that the person that I was playing was in my chat. Like, if you search the viewer list, you could see the name of the person, of my opponent, in my chat. So there's some heavy indication that my opponent was sniping me, and I didn't really mention it. I don't know if maybe I mentioned it once, I wasn't sure, but I try not to dwell too much on these things, and I try not to, just badmouth my opponents because of it. But sometimes it does get to me, and I do admit that it got me a little bit upset. Like, it triggered me, frustrated me, and it shows. At one point in my commentary, I was, seemingly pretty frustrated. And hey, I'm human. I get pissed off sometimes, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of context as to, why my attitude may have been the way it was in that game. But regardless, it was a very epic series, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. So here we have the sideboard, which I've tweaked a lot. I put a lot of thought into it, and this is the final result of it. It's gone through several iterations. As you can see, we got triple Baffling End, triple Tocatli Honor Guard, triple Negate, Duo, Thracian Rondodon, 2 Teferi Time Ravelers, everybody's favorite card, 1 extra Ixalan's Binding, and 1 Lyra Dawnbringer. Baffling End is my low mana creature removal of choice. Like, it's good against aggro decks while also being good against Wall Growth Walker Explorer package center decks as well, as it can be used to remove anything that's any creature that's 3 mana cost or less. Very, very, very good source of removal that, like I said, puts in a lot of work and definitely comes in most creature-based matchups. Tocatli Honor Guard is there to just counter Explore package decks, because those decks also extend to Commanded Dreadhorde list, the 4-color Commanded Dreadhorde list, the Sultai variants as well. Tocatli Honor Guard is there to purely counter that. I think this is one of the staples in sideboards if you're playing white. There's a few reasons as to why you shouldn't run this card, especially in the current metagame that we are at. Excellent sideboard card, one of the best. Whenever I talk about the sideboard to newer players, Tocatli Honor Guard is one of the best examples as to why sideboards can be. The sideboard game is very important in Magic, and how it really, certain cards impact specific metagames. Like Tocatli Honor Guard is such a fine example as to what a good sideboard card is. and I always highly recommend it if you're playing this color. Triple negate for Command and Dreadhorde decks, control decks, Simic, mass manipulation builds, etc., etc. 2 Thrashing Brontodons for aggro matchups and also matchups like Nexus, for example, if I need to destroy enchantments. The Fairy Time Raveler also for Nexus builds, because there has been a little bit of an uprise in Nexus, and I'm not sure why. I think the deck still sucks in this meta, but some people want to play it. I want to make sure I can deal with that, and also other decks that may just revolve heavily around counter spells. I like to Fairy there. 1 Excellence Binding as an extra. Comes in a lot of different matchups, honestly, especially if my opponent has very specific, you know, single permanent threats that I would like to shut down. I do bring Excellence Binding. And Lyre Dawnbringer mainly for the aggro matchups, but also for other matchups in which I don't feel they may have good answers for her. And that is the sideboard right there. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking. Hope you enjoy the games and you enjoy some motherfucking Parhelion II, as I did actually put it to work, surprisingly. And yeah, leave a like for Jank in high rank, and I think I'm going to go with that slogan for a bit. Jank in high rank! Welcome to the MegaMogwai channel. Leave a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. It was all day, and I'll see you tomorrow. By the way, in game 1, you could have adapted the Druid, get the 3 mana, untap it, tap it again to play Nissa, and then untap the Breeding Pool to stay up for a negate. Yeah, those kind of plays, it's hard to like... You have to be like really focused to make sure you don't fuck it up. But thanks for letting me know. I'll look into the VOD and see, because a lot of times I look into my games, like, you know, that I stream. I look into the VOD and I see, you know, my misplays and such. But I'm fully aware that I'm making those mistakes with this deck. Not aware of the exact mistakes, but like whenever I tap and I play Nissa and all these things, like I know there's a high chance I'm fucking up, because I have to be like really focused to pull it off. Well, because it gets really tricky. With Nissa, you know, it's not that much, but when you combine Nissa, Incubation Druid, and Kiora, it gets funky. There's actually like a lot of ways you can cheat out so much mana. Kiora with Incubation Druid in this deck is just nutty. I've been playing with your Boar Reanimator deck, and it is fun as hell. Dude, it's my favorite deck. I'm glad you enjoy it, buddy. I fucking love it. Kiora and Nissa are a crazy duo? Yeah, they are. They actually work much better than I expected. And it seems our opponent got Magic the Gathering. Can we get some Fs in the chat for Alandarts? Alandarts. Some Fs in the chat for Alandarts. Poor guy. Naya. Ooh. Not sure. I like that. I'm gonna preserve. I'm not gonna attack with Paradise Druid. I'm gonna try to build up this Parhelion. So I'm gonna drop the J-Light Ranger. What do we have there? I mean, there's no reason not to keep that there. You could have Deafening Clarion. It could be a thing. Right, no instant speed. Spells. Let's drop this. Scout some more. I mean, you can't really say no to Crassus, right? Especially considering the fact that we have a lot of mana. As long as he doesn't board wipe me here. I wonder what he has. Like I said, Deafening Clarion. Ah, there it is. Ouch. That was what I was fearing the most. I may as well get a Crassus in there. I have another one anyways. I don't like making a 3/3 Crassus. It just feels like you just got like super cucked, but what are you gonna do? So okay, so he's got creatures. He's got stuff. Is that the Domri's Ambush? Is that a Domri's Ambush I'm about to see here? So he's got like a Naya creature-based deck, but with AoE. Interesting. I'm gonna Prison Realm this. I know Domri's Ambush is not... It's not an instant. Oh, it's Thrash. Okay. Well, I should have attacked first. Should have definitely attacked first. Alright, just 2 mana away from motherfucking Parhelion here. Okay, that is most certainly something we're going to... I actually want to keep that land there. Omae wo shindaru. Here we go, boys. A game in which Parhelion might be useful? Dude, it's been useful a lot, actually. Okay, I love the idea of going Nisa. Because with Nisa, I can enable the... Okay, so with Nisa, if I pay with Nisa here, I can untap. I can untap one of these, and then I can pay with all these. No, but I would have to pay with 5, right? I can't cast Nisa and that thing at the same time. Do I really need to Parhelion here, though? I mean, come on, dude. Let's not get greedy. Let's not get greedy. Let's just not get greedy. 1, 2. Okay, I'll let the clock run. Okay, so just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Just making sure I don't fuck up here. Let's not get greedy. I was thinking about like using Nisa and this and then setting up a huge Crassus, but come on, like there's a limit to how greedy you can be. The beautiful thing is that these angels just set up the recruits for Parhelion here. Oh boy, it's over, bruh. It's over. I don't think Alan here is aware of the fact that I'm gonna have like 4 angels plus a 5/5 attacking at him next turn, but you know. Okay, now he is. Nice. No, I couldn't do Nisa. I could not do Nisa plus Incubation Druid because I would have to tap either the land or the Incubation Druid to be able to adapt it. Therefore, I did not have enough crew power to recruit Parhelion, so I couldn't do both at the same time. So I just had to go for the Crassus there. This is a matchup where I do think Conclave Cavalier can put in the work, but I think considering my opponent is playing red, I'd rather just play Ripjaw Raptor. He's playing white, so that makes me want to play Thrashing Brontodon, especially because of the fact that Thrashing Brontodon lives a Deafening Clarion, and that's very important, actually. I'm also going to slap in another Ixalan's Binding. Lyra could also be really solid here. I think over Trostani, maybe. Baffling End is also pretty damn interesting in this matchup, but I think I'm going to hold on to for now. Can drop 1 Paradise Druid. Maybe, nah. Let's go with this. Miguel, what's a good deck? What's a good deck? English. Against Esper Tempo and Mono Red. Esper Tempo? What do you mean by Esper Tempo? Alright, we'll keep this. Are you Andaluz? Sí, señor. Vivo en Málaga. Nací en Algeciras. Alright, Ripjaw Raptor is going to put in the work here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to Prison Realm this, because it is a threat. He missed the land drop here. So he's basically like Gruul, but with white splash, which is interesting. And he got Magic the Gathering. So we're just gonna Raptor here. We have Kiora and the likes, but Raptor just completely halts him here. Puts an end to his nonsense.
Something truly spectacular. Nature flows with the
I mean, the fact that he's missed on his lands just makes it so that my curve is just too damn powerful. Okay, you could have a Thrash. All right, that's fair. There's our boy.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
There you go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, fish. It's motherfucking time.
Let's get moving.
Forfeit incoming in 3, 2, 1. Or not. Okay. I don't think this guy understands. You're dead. You're dead. Raptor, hop on this ship! There we go! Synergy! Booyah. Five-mana play that could beast with Nisa, you didn't play once? Well, yeah, but I still like her. She's to be honest, I'm not like this. Well, I'm gonna keep this in. To be honest, like I'm not entirely, sold on Trostani, but I think as a one-off, she doesn't hurt. She comes in and she's just a very strong 5-mana play. And considering I'm a high creature based deck, I don't know. I feel like she can put in the work, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, seems we're facing Sultai. Okay, we're gonna go with the Paradise Druid here. Oh boy. An incoming Explorer could be pretty devastating here. I think I want to go with J-Lad Ranger. Just so that I can find lands. There we go. And hope our opponent doesn't have this. Ouch. Yikes.
I defy gods. Defying you will be easy. One drop ripples and grows.
You should leave before I make you disappear.
Don't miss me
I
too
won't
much.
forgive this.
Not to brag, but my friends tell me that I love to make a splash.
It seems fortune favors you.
Let's see if I can survive.
I will have revenge for House Markle.
Yikes. Okay, I know what's gonna happen. Fuck, man.
I require your body, not your soul.
Oh my god, it's a fairy. Oh, rip.
Nature flows with vigor.
The Fairy Time Raveler. I should have conceded and not revealed my secret answer here. Okay, so we do have a lot. Like everything in our sideboard is for this, though. We have the Baffling Ends. We have the Tocatli Honor Guard. We got the Negates. We have the Excellence Binding. The Fairy Time Raveler could also be pretty key, right? Potentially, we'll see. I don't think Ripjaw Raptor really does much. Time Wipe can be very key. Tristani Discordant may be unnecessary. Parhelion maybe as a one-off, considering, you know, he does have the bounce shenanigans. I don't think I need to ferry this one. I'd rather have the other ones around. Maybe even the Cura drop down to 2. That seems good. Right, post board, we can definitely have a stronger shot at this. We have the sideboard for this, and I will keep. I have Paradise Druid, which enables me to get my removal going. And if my opponent doesn't do anything, then I can just drop Druid after Druid after Druid, and eventually I'll get a God Eternal Akatra in there. Okay, that's nice. Ripjaw Raptor is completely fine with me. We gotta hope our opponent doesn't have like a Teferi Time Raveler. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Bet you've never been hugged by a kraken before. The ocean surges, life thrives.
You could very easily have a massacre girl. That would be really frustrating. Wait, if he does... Okay, let's play around the massacre girl. Right? No, but the problem... Yeah, he can draw one card for all I care. But that means... Playing around massacre girl means I have to, like, dump... It means I have to dump, like... If he had massacre girl, he would have played it now. He wouldn't take the risk. He wouldn't take the risk. Come on. Like, what kind of player would do this, now that I think about it? He wants to feed the Dreadhorde in his hand. He has to have commanded... Oh my god, dude. Who the fuck does this? Who the fuck does this, man? Who the fuck does this? I gave him too much credit. I gave him way too much credit. This fucking idiot, dude. This absolute idiot. He risked so much. If I block into those things.
I came into being long. The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. He's on the stream view list.
Ether itself serves me.
Oh, not surprised. This moron, dude. Like, why would you ever make that risk? Why would you ever risk it like that? What if I block it and nullify your oh my god, dude.
Caution, mortals.
Let's get moving.
Secrets manifest before you.
drop ripples and grows.
Your demise won't be quick or quiet. Being ruthless has its rewards.
Beasts are much more reliable than humans. That can't help. I always survive. You'll see.
Okay. Oh. That actually shuts... I didn't know that shut down my Kiora. It makes sense. I didn't read too much into it. Well, shit. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. We don't get to draw, but it's okay. It's still important to be able to shut him down in that sense. Alright. Okay, so I do want to go for...
Not dead yet.
Don't flatter yourself.
I don't want to. I don't want to proc. I don't want to give him more cards here. There we go.
I will protect the virtue of this world. The land fights for us.
Got it. Alright. Let's go. I honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, I did not account for the fact that Kiora does not get procced. Alright, we'll keep. We have a Tocatli Honor Guard alongside good removal. We naturally want to play this early.
Krakens, leviathans, octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all.
We're mana skewed despite having a 3 mana opening hand, which really sucks.
The wild. Every fight makes me stronger.
We're not gonna block. Take the hit. Alright, that's pretty good.
We will not fail. my elemental friend.
Nature flows with vigor.
Unfortunately, that negate is not really gonna get us anywhere right now. It's a powerful draw, but I need to draw more stuff. Good job, buddy. Well done. Well done.
Do not underestimate my fortitude.
Okay, so we have a total of 4, 5 mana, 6 mana, 8 mana, 10 mana. I think we gotta go for it.
Behold nature's true power.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Let's hope for lack of the Fairy Time Raveler. I mean, sure. Sure. Oh boy! Oh boy! We may as well trade into Ripjaw, right? We give him a card draw, but that seems perfectly fine. Do we wanna, like, don't we wanna just sacrifice Paradise Druid instead? Okay, we definitely don't want to sacrifice this, and we don't want to sacrifice the land, so...
I must seek comfort in the land.
Alright, baby. Let's fucking do this. I don't need to Excellence Binding anything. Like, I'd rather just play another Tocatli Honor Guard, and then I can tap those 4 and attack with all these. Let's fucking do it, baby. Let's fucking do it. Oh shit, I don't proc this. Well, whatever. Ah, most satisfying win ever. This guy, I don't know why. This guy just really rubbed me the wrong way. Oh, there we go, baby.